What up guys, I'm Kris from the FPL Dude and welcome back to another Fantasy Premier League video for the 2020-2021 season. In today's video I'm going to give you a variety of few players that I believe will do really good now in the double game week 25 and few players that I believe could potentially do really good in the double game week 26. If you're new around here, please make sure to hit that subscribe button and don't be afraid to give this video a thumbs up if you like. Now when it comes to selecting the teams, I could easily recommend for you to go for Southampton players because they do play a double game week. They play against Chelsea, then they play against Leeds. And these are few players that I could easily recommend for you to go for: McCartney, Ward-Prowse and Ings. But they do have few other targets that are not listed here but are good to own as well. It could potentially be Walker-Peters after his return, and Adams. Adams is excellent to own as well. He does cost much less than Ings, so if you don't have the money then you could potentially settle for Adams, but if you have the money then you should potentially go for Ings. The second team that I could easily recommend for you that has as well a double game week now in game week 25 are Leeds United. They have pretty easy double game week. Leeds United play against Wolves and Southampton. I really do believe they offer us excellent attacking FPL return potential in both of these games. They offer us some clean sheet potential because Leeds are a team that allow a lot of goals, so no matter the opposition, we don't expect them to clean sheet. But if you want to go for Dallas, let's say he's very attacking minded defender, he does play as a midfielder in most of the games. Then they have Rafinha as well. He's their number one midfielder that likes to create and score goals, and I just have to recommend for you to go for Bamford as well. He's having fantastic season, very good form in the last couple of games. When Leeds scoring mainly happens through Bamford, and they do tend to score a lot of goals. So you could potentially look at these targets now for game week 25. The next team that I could easily recommend for you to go for are Aston Villa. They might not have a double game week 25, but they do have excellent potential for double game week in 26. They play against Leeds at home, where they offer us excellent attacking FPL return potential, and in the second potential game they play against Everton or Sheffield United. In both of these cases they offer us excellent attacking FPL return potential and some slight defensive FPL return potential as well. There are a few targets that have caught my eye from this team, but I think that McCartney and Target are most likely to be the defenders that I really like most. Mings and Cons are a bit too pricey. They offer the same clean sheet potential as the other two, but they are pricier, as I said. And as for the midfielders or strikers, I really do believe that Grealish and Watkins are their best targets, and for whichever you want to go for, you will not be mistaken. I just seem to think that Grealish is just a slightly better player because he does seem to create a lot of chances and he does seem to take a lot of shots. So I do believe that whichever you pick now will do really good in game week 26. The next team that I could recommend for you to go for now are Everton. I really do believe that they should potentially do really good because they have really good potential for double game week in game week 26. Everton plays against Southampton at home, then they play against Aston Villa or West Brom. It's not decided yet. I do believe that they will actually play against Aston Villa because Aston Villa as well have a double game week missing and not only one. So it could perhaps be scheduled now for the double game week 26. Now, if Everton plays against Southampton and against Aston Villa or West Brom, they offer us excellent attacking FPL return potential and some slight clean sheet potential in both of these games. So I do believe that there are few targets from this team that you could potentially go for. Digne seems to be their best defender. He's very attacking minded and very defensive minded as well. As for the midfielders, you could potentially go for Rodriguez, as he does seem very creative and very attacking minded. And as for the strikers, I could easily recommend for you to go for Calvert-Lewin, but he's currently injured, so you could potentially settle for Richarlison. And as for the next team now, I really do believe that Leicester is a team that I could easily recommend for you to go for. They play against Arsenal, then they play potentially against Burnley in that double game week 26. Now if this happens, both of these teams do not score a lot of goals, so Leicester do offer us excellent clean sheet potential in both of these games. As you can see, I'm recommending you to go for Justin, but there are news now coming in that he might miss out to the end of the season. And you could potentially go for Castan or Pereira as a replacement to Justin just to complete this team, because I do believe that Leicester defender is kinda essential though now throughout the next couple of games, especially for that double game week. Now if you want to go for some other targets, as I said, you have Madison and Barnes as a midfielders and excellent striker Vardy. Whichever you go for, I don't think you will be mistaken, because they do play excellent double game week fixtures in game week 26. The next team that I could easily recommend for you to go for are Liverpool, because they do play excellent double game week as well. They play against Sheffield United, then they potentially play against Chelsea as well. Now if they get to play against Chelsea, this could potentially be really good for Liverpool players owners, because this means that they will have a double game week, and that first fixture is against Sheffield United. That does seem pretty easy. They offer us excellent attacking FPL return potential and excellent defensive FPL return potential. Now I know they do not have so many targets to go for right now, because all of the targets are very expensive. They are the most expensive players in the game. I mean, Salah is the most expensive player, but if you wish to go for him, he does offer us excellent attacking FPL return potential, either captaincy option for that double game week 26. Then if you do not want to go for Salah, you have Mane. He's very attacking minded as well. His form have not been the best in the last couple of games, but his seasonal form is not the worst either. And you could potentially go for Robertson. He's very attacking minded, very creative fullback that offers excellent attacking FPL return potential and some slight clean sheet potential, mainly because Liverpool's defense have not been the greatest this season and they seem to allow a lot of goals in a lot of matches. The next team that have excellent double game week as well, potential double game week, are Manchester City. They play against West Ham at home, and then in the extra fixture they play against Wolves or against Southampton. I do believe that it's going to happen that they play against Wolves, because Southampton do have a double game week now in game week 25, so I don't believe they will have 2 double game weeks in a row. But if you now wish to go for City targets, then you could potentially go for Gundogan, Sterling or Dias. Now Gundogan is injured, but I really do believe that he is going to be back now for the next game. He is their key player. Potentially even Kevin De Bruyne could be back now in the next couple of days, so you could potentially take a look at him as well. But right now we could take a look at Dias, because he does seem as a guaranteed starter, Sterling and Gundogan for the double game week 26. Manchester United as well have excellent potential for double game week. They play against Chelsea, then they play potentially against Crystal Palace. Now if it happens that they play against Crystal Palace, this means they offer us excellent attacking FPL return potential in that double game week 26, even though they play against Chelsea, which is really tough. The second game is much easier. So I do believe that Manchester United have excellent targets to go and pick from. You could potentially go for their defenders. You could potentially go for Shaw or Wan-Bissaka, very attacking minded, very creative defenders that offer us excellent clean sheet potential, mainly because they do play for Manchester United. And you could potentially then go for Rashford, as he does seem one of their cheap midfielders or strikers that offers excellent attacking FPL return potential. But if you want the real deal, then you could potentially go for Fernandes, because I believe that Fernandes is a key player and a must-own player now to the end of the season. The last team now that I could easily recommend for you to go for game week 25 or 6 are Tottenham. They have potential for the easiest double game week. Tottenham play against Burnley at home for the first game day, and they have potential to play against Fulham or Southampton. It does not matter if they play against Fulham or Southampton. They offer us excellent attacking FPL return potential in both of these games, and they offer us excellent defensive clean sheet potential in both of these games as well. If you want to go for some of their targets, I do believe that their keeper is one of their best players, Hugo Lloris. Then if you want to go for some midfielders or strikers, then you can't go for anyone else than Kane and Son, as they have been fantastic and phenomenal throughout the whole season. Now Kane was injured for a couple of games, their form was down, but he is back. They did not show anything in particular now against Manchester City, but Manchester City are a phenomenal team, so I do believe that Tottenham is actually going to do really good now against these other teams, especially now in that double game week 26. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you thought this video was helpful, please do give it thumbs up. Please do subscribe if that's something you've not done already. And see you next time.